Welcome to the Say It Out Loud podcast. I'm your host, Vasavi Kumar. If you're eager to gain clarity, speak with unwavering confidence, and liberate those inner voices, you're in the perfect spot. My mission here is to empower you to break free, find fulfillment, and ignite your passion. You ready? It's time to say it out loud. I've put together a guide of my top 10 tested and proven to work practical strategies and habits to help bright women like you say no, set your boundaries right, live confidently, and build healthy relationships, starting with the relationship you have with yourself. This is a self-paced guide, and I can't wait for you to dig into it so you can start becoming your most confident self, because she's in there waiting for you. Head to the link in my show notes or go to vasavikumar.com/guide and grab it today. Welcome back to another episode of the Say It Out Loud podcast. I am your host, Vasavi Kumar. Holy moly. I submitted my Say It Out Loud book manuscript to my editor at New World Library Publishing yesterday. If you're not on the wait list for my book, please go to vasavikumar.com/waitlist. Oh my God, I want to take you behind the scenes of the creative process, the beliefs that we have to overcome as we're putting our work out into the world, like a book or anything, an album, a play, anything, any written material, any art, anything that comes from you, right? A TikTok video, like anything, because these past 4 weeks actually, I really hunkered down, and I just went inwards when I was writing. Like, I was still out, on social, and a little bit here and there, and I was, still socializing with my friends in real life. But the process of writing a book really made me come up against a lot of my beliefs, a lot of my perceived limitations that I perceived that I had, which I don't anymore. That's the beautiful thing. When you actually work through those beliefs and you say them out loud, you realize that that's all that they really are. It's just beliefs. And so I went from, I had this really fluid book schedule that I was on, 1 chapter a day, and I have 12 chapters plus an intro and the acknowledgement section and all that good stuff. So there was a lot that I was writing every single day, okay? And it's like I wrote it the first time, and this is what I really want you to hear for those of you who are in the process of writing and rewriting and shooting and reshooting and editing and all this. So when I first wrote this book, okay, I started in December of 2021, and I wrote out like everything, right? And then I sent it to my editor a few months ago, like 2 months ago. And I was like, what do you think? Like, because my deadline was only June 1st. And she goes, okay, let's go through each chapter. She was really helpful. And there was really no cohesiveness. There was no cohesiveness in the manuscript. And that's the biggest feedback that she gave for me, was she said, there's no organization. She didn't say it like that. She didn't say there's no organization. She just said, this needs to be organized better. And so it made me come up against one of my beliefs, which is, oh, I'm crazy. My mind doesn't work in an organized fashion. I think in a very abstract way. So for me to actually hunker down and write out each chapter step by step by step, that made me feel like I don't know what I'm doing. I was like, oh my God, I can't do that. I don't know how to think in that way. I don't know how to, be able to break stuff down step by step, all of which is complete BS, by the way, right? So these are all the beliefs that I was up against when I was writing this manuscript. And let me tell you how I feel now, with the exception of being exhausted. Man, I'm proud of myself. I am so proud of myself that I said those beliefs out loud, even while I was writing. And I did not let them control me. And I successfully submitted my manuscript. And a lot of times, And by the way, just I submitted my manuscript, but we still got to do a first and second round of edits and all that good stuff. And I don't know if I've already said this in the beginning. Sorry if you haven't gotten on the wait list. Make sure you get on the wait list, vasavikumar.com/wait list. That's for the book, Say It Out Loud book, which will be coming out next year, spring of 2023. Here's another thing that I noticed is that, okay, this part is crazy. There were certain chapters, okay, that I was so stuck on. And I just thought, I am not going to be able to write this. I'm just not going to be able to write this. And every time I was stuck on a chapter, I would ask myself out loud, what part of me am I hiding? What part of me am I not allowing to fully express itself, right? So for example, when I was writing the chapter on expressing your emotions out loud, I was so stuck. And then I remembered something that my acting coach said to me. My acting coach said to me, Vasavi, you have a tendency to gloss over your emotions. You are so good at packaging your emotions. And that's, I've been in therapy. I was in therapy for, since I was 12. I'm not in therapy anymore. And I enjoy it. I enjoy not being in therapy right now. Like, it's great. I can hear myself think and it feels really good. And I have a very good connection with myself. I'm feeling really good. I have great friends and community, and that's wonderful. But going back to this chapter, I asked myself, where do I not allow myself to express my emotions? What am I not saying out loud? Which of my emotions am I not saying out loud? And that's how I got through each chapter. There was a chapter on transforming your story out loud, transforming your narrative. What is the story that you're telling yourself? And I asked myself, what's the story that you're still holding on to, Vasavi? I asked myself, what are you still holding on to? Or where are you not allowing yourself to transform your story? And that was really helpful. And I got honest with myself and I was like, you know what? Sometimes I just stay in the story because it's safer. It's safer to have that story. And I'm going to say this now. I've never said this on the podcast. The process of writing this book and working through my own exercises, the exercises that you will be getting inside the book, has really helped me, has healed me, has healed my relationship with my family and the most contentious relationship in my life, the relationship that I have with my mother. I have healed my relationship with my mother. She is no longer, her voice in my head is no longer a source of grief and anger for me because I've learned to talk to that voice. Okay, I've learned to understand that voice. I no longer expect my mother to give me these emotional things that I needed as a child. I no longer need that and ask her for that as an adult because I can give that to myself. To get here, I had to mourn the loss of what could have been, right? And start appreciating what we had, right? And who she is today. And that for me is so freeing. And that is the power of saying it out loud, truly. Not just this book process, but for you, I'm saying this too, learning to heal those voices so hear those voices and heal those voices by you talking to those voices, right? Replacing those voices with your voice, right? And really understanding what are those voices. And when I say voices, I mean the thoughts in your head that control you, right? And when your thoughts in your head aren't so rampant and you have a steady mind, it's a lot easier to be in your body. Because what I noticed is that when my mind is calm, I can sink back into my body. And I notice that when my mind is not calm, I need to get back into my body. So either way, operating through my body and being calm within my body has actually helped slow down my mind. And saying it out loud, saying my thoughts out loud, learning how to talk to myself, learning how to talk to the voices in my head have really helped. And I wanted to share that with you because I never really thought it was possible to heal this relationship that I had with my mother, or feeling like I would ever feel a sense of belonging in the Kumar family, right? In my family. But I went and I went on vacation with my sister and her husband and my niece and nephew, and we were all together, my mom, dad, everyone. And it was great and it was healing, and everyone is still exactly who they are. That's the thing. No one has really changed. No one's really changed. Like I think my mom is slowing down. My dad is definitely slowing down. But what I noticed is that I changed. I noticed that internally I felt safe. I don't feel anxious around my family. I'm not defensive anymore. I don't feel the need to be the therapist for the family or try to resolve everyone's problems, right? Like I used to as a child. I don't do that anymore. I just don't. And so the process of writing this book was very healing for me. And I want to share this with you. If you're working on a project or a dream or idea and you find yourself getting stuck and you're telling yourself, oh, I should just give up, please don't. Because it is the process of the writing of the book, the painting of the art, the writing of the, keynote, the event that you're putting on, the business that you're starting, whatever it is that you're wanting to birth. It is the process. It is who you become in the process. Through that process. I cannot emphasize that. Like I've always considered myself someone to be very confident. I'm like, there's a part of me though that's like this deep inner knowing. And it's not deep in me like underneath a bunch of stuff. Like I know what I'm capable of. I know my value. I know my worth. I am not needing to push for anything anymore. What will come to me will come to me. And I'm sharing this with you because if you're listening to this and you've been wanting to put something out into the world, or you just kind of stuck, or whatever it is, or even beyond being stuck, right? Maybe you've already reached a very high level of success in your life, whatever that may look like for you, however you define success. But there's still this, emptiness. There's still this emptiness. And that emptiness, it's like, you feel like, oh, there must be something more. And what I want to suggest is instead of reaching outside of you to figure out what that more is, what is that more? I want you to turn inwards. So when I said, I wasn't going to record this podcast episode today because, my throat's it's a little like weird. I think I'm just, it's a little scratchy. I think I'm just tired from these past 3 to 4 weeks, just really hunkering down and focusing in my brain. Like today I woke up and I'm like, oh shoot, I don't need to write today. Oh my God, I'm like, I've submitted it. Like, I'm like, oh, and I'm like just tired. It's like whoosh, I'm just feeling like drained. And I wasn't going to record this episode. And this part right here, I really want you to listen to. I wasn't going to record this episode today because I was like, oh, I'm not, feeling my best. So I won't be valuable to people if I just record this episode when I'm feeling this way. And then there's another voice inside of me that was like, Vas, no matter what you say, you will change lives because that is who you are. And that for me that's the energy that I want you to walk away with today. No matter what, you will change lives. No matter what, you have the power to change people's lives. You have the power to change your life, first and foremost. And you do not need to be 100% on at all times to be valuable to others. Your existence is enough. Your presence is enough. You have to believe that, though. You got to believe it. It's like a lot easier to just say it, but like, you got to believe it. You got to feel it. And that's why I decided to record this episode today, because I wanted to move past that belief that was telling me, no, you're sick. You're not going to have a lot of value. Nope, not true. Not true at all. This episode is going to touch the people that it's going to touch. It will resonate with whoever is listening to this in some shape or form. And I know that. And that's a kind of confidence that I love seeing my clients experience. The women inside the Say It Out Loud group program. We have another group program, by the way, coming up August 5th. It's 12 weeks. I want to just say this because the women in my group, they're moms, they're business owners, they're moms and business owners, right? They They work full-time jobs. We have women from all over the world joining us. We have one woman right now, she's in Germany and she's just on vacation in Uganda. And she's like, it's amazing. And it's like the women who have joined my group, it's like, they're already women who hold it down, right? They're already women who are juggling a lot and are going through a lot and have been through a lot. And they function at a very high level. And this is a space for them to just say it out loud. What's going on? Nothing to be fixed. No need to there's no let me fix you I feel bad. Like there's none of that. We all just want to take our superhero capes off, superwoman cape off, and just say it out loud. I'm really proud of the group that we have created. And so this group runs for 12 weeks. And every week is a 90-minute Zoom call. You get the replay. Mostly everyone shows up. Like, I'm really happy with the attendance. Mostly everyone's attendance. It's not school. Sorry about that. People showing up. The people who attend. We have like about 11 people in the group right now. And the majority of them show up for every single call or listen to the replay. We also have our community chat, which is held on the app Voxer, which is awesome. And so what I want to do right now is just kind of segue into different ways that you can work with me. Listen to this part, because if you've been wanting to work with me one-on-one, I have a few ways, and I'm very it is exciting for me to share this, because it is I asked myself out loud, what am I available for and what am I no longer available for? Now that I've finished writing this book, how do I really want to serve my clients and work with people? So here are the 3 ways that you can work with me, okay? We have the Say It Out Loud group program. It is a group program. And for any of you who may wonder, am I going to just be a wallflower? Am I going to be invisible? Absolutely not. I know every single person in the group. It is high touch. I am leading all the calls. I am talking to every single person individually in the group. It's beautiful. It is beautiful, and it is fun more than anything, and it is lighthearted. And we go very deep, but we also have a really great time in these groups. It's just a great place to just be like, hey, this is what's going on. Like, it's just a great place to say it out loud, right? It's amazing. Sorry, my throat, I noticed I wanted to go higher pitch, and my throat was like, no, don't go up that high. I had to preserve my voice just now. So we have the Say It Out Loud group coming up August 5th. The link in the show notes. You can register. It's $500 for the entire 12 weeks, or 3 payments of $200. I also have another way of working with me. It is a 90-minute Rent Vasavi's Brain. I love this. This is a one-off session. If you just need me for 90 minutes, we can go through creative stuff, like if you're writing some stuff, or if you want to shoot a video, or if you have a project, or you're just stumped on something, or you're preparing for a keynote and you want to do more storytelling. Those 90 minutes can be used for anything. It can be used to create a morning routine. It can be used to create like your plan for the next 90 days for what you want to create in your life. There's a lot that I can help you with. And so you have me for 90 minutes, and that is the Rent Vasavi's Brain. And that's for $999 for the 90 minutes. And then beyond that, I'm not really offering long-term coaching anymore. So really nothing beyond 3 sessions and 6 sessions. I'm not doing that right now, unless I feel it is a really great fit that I want to do something long-term with. So that's just what I decided, and I said it out loud, and I want to say it out loud to you, because I know the power of being able to say it out loud, the power of mentorship, the power of just being able to talk to someone who's real, who's been through some shit, who's honest, who's going to keep it real with you. And I wanted to give different price points for people to work with me. So my 3 session packages start at $797. My 6 session packages, I think, are like $1,600 or a little bit less than that. But it's just easy. And I feel really good about that. So those are the different ways that you can work with me. And to just, when you apply, you will be put on a wait list. And so I will put that application also in the show notes. And I look forward to working with you. If support is what you're looking for in this season of your life, and to really feel free on the inside, That is the power of saying it out loud. That is what I can help you with. I also want to remind you that you have so much inside of you. You have so much inside of you, a wealth of experience and knowledge and wisdom. You really do. Like, you have to trust that. And in order to really trust that, like, not just say I'm going to trust it and then freak the F out, like not being, like, oh, I'm going to trust myself, but then I'm going to like spin my wheels, but like actually trusting that part of you, really trusting that part of you, like, I'm good, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. Trusting that. I always say it's like we trust that the sun is going to come up. We just trust that the sun is going to come up. Like, that type of trust. Oh man, that's what I'm really about. That's what I'm really about in this season. I'm trusting that with love. I'm trusting that with money. I'm trusting that with the success of the book. I'm trusting that whatever is laid out in front of me, like, yes, all of it. I trust it. And there's so many different ways that we can learn to trust ourselves, but the one that I have found is to really get quiet within and really tap into that inner silence. So it's not, you can sit and meditate if you want, but really just even when you're doing anything, when you're driving to Target, when you're, planting, in your garden, when you're cooking, when you're, just pay attention to, even though there's so much going on outside of you, that there's this very quiet, still, deep knowing inside of you. It is there. It has always been there. I promise you, and I can say that now. I feel like I can say that now with such, it's not just with confidence, it's with knowing. I just know it. I hope this episode resonates with you. I'm going to be bringing on a few of my Say It Out Loud members who are in the current group. So I'll be interviewing them because they're phenomenal. They're phenomenal. They are really, they're the embodiment of what it means to say it out loud, and I'm very honored to have them in the group. So all links mentioned will be in the show notes. If this resonates with you, please feel free to DM me on my Instagram at my name is Vasavi. And have a beautiful day. Have a beautiful day. Love yourself. Be kind to yourself. Talk to yourself out loud. Say it out loud. And I will catch you next time on the Say It Out Loud podcast.
If you love today's episode, then say it out loud. Subscribe, leave a review, and come say hi over on Instagram at my name is Vasavi. Until next time, say it out loud.